that bitch really fell out of a plane into another plane that was exploding, and the force from the explosion launched her back up. I watched
Welcome
that.
back, sweetheart.
I watched that in a movie.
Has 2.5 stars on Amazon Prime Video.
It does not. No, it doesn't. It's got three. What a. Okay.
2.8 out of 5.
What a complete and utter
I'm
disappointment. The
literally reading
entire
along on my
premise
screen. Thank you.
of the movie is a joke.
No, keep reading it out loud. I was enjoying that.
There's absolutely no point, rhyme, or reason behind the monsters being in the movie. It makes no sense. The whole thing is about, of all things, a baby. One of the dumbest wastes of times I've ever had
Wasted
the
of time.
misfortune to watch. Don't waste your money. I should let you know. I did turn on like my recording on OBS just in case we say anything funny that I can add.
Okay.
Okay. You keep people thinking that history was made by everyone. I wish it was the case, but it was not. Quit pushing your bullcrap on the populace. A what if would be a great prelude. So wait, so is this man really being like, hey, listen, you should warn them that women didn't exist during World War II?
Really? He's like, excuse me.
There was a few nurses, but that's the extent of the inclusion in World War II. Like, there's a fucking gremlin, dude. Is that not enough of a what if for you?
Stop trying to rewrite history.
Does he think that there was gremlins in World
Does
War
he
II?
think that every work of historical fiction has been an attempt to change the past?
Does he think that fiction isn't fiction?
I think that he is confused. Not marketed for men.
I'll start by saying this is not a great movie. It reminds me very much of 80s John Carpenter. Oh, the score was very John Carpenter,
Yes,
sure.
very much.
Which I loved as a kid. It isn't a bad movie, nor is it a 1-star, unless you're easily butthurt and still clinging to the Christian male-washed, inaccurate version of history spewed in the southern states. The cast is adequate. Incorrect. The cast was great, and the script is adequate.
Yeah.
The effects are top. No, you bitch! You got this shit backwards.
I think she's glasses on inside out.
The cast is great. The script is really fucking good. The effects are. This movie includes an educated main character who is female. Facts. She's smart, tough, and contrary to what some men think. Female aircrew had the same training as normal USAAF recruits. In fact, they often had more extensive escape training due to the nature of their missions. Much of what became of the SERE, I'm dyslexic, sorry. Training was developed from that training. This is well documented historically. Women were also often the people who trained male aircrew, especially in the B-7. I feel like I've heard this before. Especially in the B-17. In other words, they knew more about planes than most people. Historical fact makes men worry about their bits are going to fall off. True. I'm always worried that my bits are going to fall off.
This movie includes a spoiler warning,
Gremlin! If you've ever studied World War II, you would know that many aircrews insisted gremlins were real and responsible for downing aircraft all over the world, dating back to at least 1923. Navy crews, especially assigned to those larger, older aircraft, still believe in them. Interesting. It's pretty easy to understand why. Yes.
Hear me out.
Okay.
So what she's saying is, it isn't fiction.
Right. This is like based on a true story.
This is a rebuttal to the previous comment.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, women smart and strong and gremlin.
And Gremmys. But also, there is all those things, but you know what else was true about the time? The movie includes chauvinistic douchebags. Sorry guys, I served in the military for almost a decade in a traditional male role. This is exactly how men in the military act towards women. If it makes you butthurt, go talk to the men who make serving hell for too many women. Hell yeah, brother. Worth a rental, bring the popcorn, leave the men. Hey! Hey!
Leave the men at home.
Hey! I loved this!
Why do they keep making these trash movies with terrible plots? There are so many sci-fi and fantasy books already written that they could use.
Hold on. Listen. Queera Ravencroft, I'll have you know. I watched fucking Promising Young Woman today, and that's a feminist movie. I thought that was great. And I thought this was great too, you fucking bitch. Don't say leave the men at home.
You fucking
You
bitch.
fucking bitch. Chauvinistic douchebag fucking bitch.
I can't even begin to describe how bad of a disaster
this
this film is. From the distracting and irritating synth music.
What
Okay,
the
the synth
fuck?
music smacked.
What the fuck? This guy is delusional.
To the plot, to the nonsensical action sequences. This movie's a train wreck from beginning to end. It's like the director, screenwriter, and actors didn't talk to each other until the first day of filming, and none of them had any idea what this film is about. It's truly, literally one of the worst films I've seen in the last few years. Save your money. Do not rent.
Are these people on crack? This is possibly the worst movie ever made. And I watch a lot of movies. I feel obligated to not let unsuspecting viewers purchase or rent this mess. I managed to get through the movie only by making a game out of how many consecutive seconds Chloe Grace Moretz's face was not on screen. My wife? I only got to 2.8 seconds. By the way, that's probably raises this movie up a letter grade for me. I don't know if I could watch it if it went like 4 seconds without her face. This movie has nothing other than a ridiculous dialogue featuring only voices talking to Grace Moretz's face. The plot is even worse than the ill-prepared props of the Sperry gun turret. I want my money back. Wrong. Can I report abuse on this comment? I want to report abuse.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
Wait, okay, I'm gonna look.
Oh, the internet is breaking again. Why you do this?
I'm gonna look at more 1-star reviews. It's just unbelievable. Do you want me to share my screen with you so you can see the 1 stars I'm looking at if your internet's breaking?
Yeah.
Okay, but. Okay, can you see?
Hang on.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually curious.
I never write reviews. That's how horrible this movie was.
Yeah.
This movie is trash. Don't waste your money or your time. Can I please do 0? No, it was really that bad. Do not do this to yourself. Can I get my money back? I wish I could give it better.
Alright.
This trailer looked amazing. However, the movie is 90% cussing and profanity. What?
Oh no. That must be why it's rated R. Not because of the dead baby.
Oh my god. Not for the almost titty.
There was
the
titty.
Almost titty.
I don't know, but I don't like it. I'm gonna just kill him.
All titty, no nipple having ass bitch. From the trailer, it looked like an action movie, but the majority of the movie is plotless dialogue. Did we watch the same film? Needless to say, we were disappointed by this. We paid $20 to watch on New Year's Eve, thinking it would be a cool family. That's where you done fucked up. It's rated R. Why would you think it would be a good, nice, wholesome family movie? After watching the first 5 minutes, we realized there was no way we could continue watching it with our daughter. We ended up finding another movie to watch with her and then finished watching the movie after she went to bed. We were disappointed. There was about 5 minutes of the movie that was actually exciting. The rest of the 1.5 hours was unimpressive. Now, out of curiosity, what's a 5-star rating look like? Okay, historical accuracy. Amazing, great work, historical fiction. Clearly, the other reviews don't know their historical facts about World War II. Go look up Flight Officer Yvonne Cormeo, awarded the MBE, the Légion d'Honneur, Cross des Grues. Help me. Do you know French? What is that? What
Légion d'Honneur. I don't know. I don't speak French. I speak Spanish.
That's definitely like LaCroix de Goret. So they gave someone a LaCroix award? Like, yikes.
You want to hear this review?
Yeah.
I think I just contracted dementia. First medical case in history. May need a month or so for my brain to heal from all the trauma inflicted by the stupidest movie I've watched in my 42 years on this earth.
That baby's gonna need a few months for the shit baby syndrome.
Oh my god.
It's called suspension of disbelief, people. Pull your head of your fourth point of contact. Yeah, she just fell out of a plane and like got propelled back into it with the blast of another plane. Suspension of disbelief. I mean, I agree, but holy fuck. Fun movie. Yes, gamer. You're getting the helpful for me. Enjoyed the action sequences. Fun movie night. Yes, gamer.
Great. ... Until the end. Spoiler warning. Warning. Okay, the film was okay until the end. The end is pathetic. The big strong man would have jumped in to save the day, not tried to nurse the fucking baby while a 110-pound woman takes on a 220-pound bat. Lame, lame, lame.
Where do you get 220 pounds from looking at that fucking... That bitch is like 90 wet. And I don't think any strong man could have stopped her. Did you see how she was like, no, you fucked with my baby. You are dead. Like, there was nothing a man could have done about it. If a man tried to kill that, she would have killed them first.
I tried so hard to like this movie. I was pretty excited about it. And I sincerely like really weird movies, but this was rough. Lots of flying, a lot of talking, some shooting, more flying, more talking, and in between all the boredom, a giant bat is running around and trying to steal a baby. Why? No one knows. And frankly, after that disaster of a movie, I do not care why anymore.
This is a 3-star rating. It says, I just ... What the actual ... OMG ... Feminist movie of the year. And that's saying something, seeing as the last year hasn't had many movies. If this is the future of Hollywood, I'm pretty glad it died in 2020.
That was a fucking roller coaster of a review. What? Did they like it?
I'm not sure, but also, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that, like, she definitely, like, gave the gremlin its comeuppance, but would you consider this, like, a feminist movie? Because everyone just shit-talked her and then they died. Like,
pretty much.
And then every time she tried to stand up for herself, they were just kind of like, ah! Women say funny word. Like,
not a horror movie, not a war movie, not a woman power movie. That one was in quotations, but none of the other ones were. It can't decide what it wants to be and never hits the mark on anything.
2/3 of the movie was good. The ending wasn't great. Still better than most of the movies that came out in 2020, so can't be too critical. That's not how that works, but okay.
Somebody said go go back to Kick-Ass, and that's their whole thing.
Wow, I kind of wish she would. I know that they said Kick-Ass 2 was like the most pirated movie of all time, but I mean, I would love to see the third one. The third comic was really good.
Strange flying rat creature was just weird and stupid. Movie made absolutely no sense. Terrible, terrible movie. I guess anything sells in this COVID market where we all are desperate for a good, entertaining flick. Yep, I'm the idiot who purchased this one.
Do people really not have, like, a sense of what's fun?
They don't.
Pretty slow. The previews show only the exciting parts of the movie, not worth the money. Very slow. Huh?
Okay, it was slow till it wasn't, though.
But, like, it wasn't even slow to me. Like, I really liked the dialogue. It kept it interesting.
Yeah. Gremlins really should have been a nightmare shot from the girl. Very ridiculous movie. I give it 1 star, and I'm being very generous.
1 star. Very generous.
I lost all of my GED for watching this movie, but it did teach me that if you expect all movies to be this bad, it opens up worlds to thousands more just like it.
Dumb, stupid trash.
People keep commenting about how, like, much bad language there is in it. And, like, I just literally did not notice it at all. Is that bad?
No, okay, so here's the thing, right? I did notice it, but it was only on, like, 2 occasions. Like, when they cut the radio, she did sit there and she was like, fuck, 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 fuck. And that was all she said.
I noticed it when she was like, this bitch.
No, like I said, I noticed it when it was like all like she just literally only said the word fuck for 30 seconds that one time. And then like there was some other scene where it's like you said she was like, "Listen, you bit," like some shit like that, and I was like, "Yeah, okay." But like besides, like no, it wasn't that bad. Now that being said, like it's not family movie night material, but like you get to watch a rat get his fucking throat ripped out. Like
Wow, how did this movie actually get produced? Worst ever, somehow the woman goes from being the weakest character to she-man, and then all the men suddenly become worthless. She's the only one who can fight the gremlin throughout the entire movie. And then she all of a sudden becomes a pro martial artist and hand fights the gremlin to the death, then pops out her tit to feed a baby. What the fuck? Amazon, do the right thing and refund everyone's money.
can we talk about how they say the men become useless when the men didn't do anything the entire movie? They couldn't even open the hatch right. Like
True.
she had to wait till the fucking part of the plane fell off before she could get back in there. She killed all the other planes that were attacking them. Like the guys didn't do a damn thing besides fly the fucking plane and bitch.
This, this review just says this is a very long commercial, meaningless in my opinion.
I gave it only 1 star and I'm being very generous. 2 months of it made no sense.
For every baby conceived out of wedlock, a gremlin is born.
Whoever came up with this idea should find the highest structure and throw themselves from it. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Hannah, horrible is kind. I felt so cheated out in 1999, I wanted to call the police.
So bad that I'm telling all my friends to watch it as a prank. They are going to be so pissed off. Misery loves company. Haha. What a criminal. Actually, you know, I'm gonna tell everybody to watch this movie. It was so good.
You know what's funny is I actually I invited a friend over. Like I think it was like I said either come tonight or tomorrow. I don't know, to show them this movie before you texted me saying that like you wanted to do like the movie talk with me. So I like intend to watch this on multiple occasions.
Oh, good, good, good. Cute girl power movie.
If I could give negative stars, I would. Horrible movie. The dumbest attempt at feminism in a movie ever. Honestly, just stupid. I have never done a movie review, but I felt morally obliged to save others. I thought that I was going to say obligated. My brain thought before my mouth went.
Mouths do be thinking.
Okay. My DPI!
Let's see. The only thing this movie has going for it is Chloe Grace and colorful cinematography. Everything else is just a parody. Appears it was written by elementary school children or severely misguided comedians. My biggest disbelief is the fact that any of the actors actually signed on. I feel really bad for Chloe because she was, you know, badass. The film doesn't seem to follow any coherent direction with the story. She sees a lot of strange plot points that simply don't belong together. Must be some serious cash being thrown around.
Simp.
Woman stows away on a bomber because smuggling a baby, but there's men on board and a gremlin and the Japanese attack. Then she climbs out of the plane while it's flying, falls off the plane. It explosion blows her back into the plane. It crashes. She fights the gremlin, saves the men, and is hero now. Let's ignore the nonsense going on. Why was there a gremlin again? If she was some awesome secret agent that hunts otherworldly creatures, that might be fine, but it's just some random, unreasonable garbage. And why did that one guy why did that one guy recognize the baby? Maybe I just forgot because I couldn't stop laughing. Seriously though, this can't be a feminist attempt at creating more strong female leads. This is the exact opposite, a parody of strong female leads. It is showing just how to completely delegitimize strong female leads. I'm only speaking if the movie is actually taken seriously. If the whole point was to be humorous, then no big deal. Just need to remove that unnecessary drama.
That was such a what the fuck moment though. Like when he's like, "Get your hands off of my baby."
My baby.
It's like, huh?
Your baby.
Besides being simpy, like his behavior never really let on to the fact like he knew who she was.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, so he's not like a dick like the rest of these guys are.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's a simp.
Right, and apparently he's like that to everyone because they weren't being overly aggressive towards him on it. Like they did
Yeah.
say that line where it's like, oh, it's hard to breathe with your nose so far up her ass, but
Yeah. Vile. I remember that movie.
I started to watch it, but the opening scene I was just kind of like, hey, you know what? This is probably too lowbrow for me. I typically don't feel that way about movies where I'm like, oh man, this is like so bad that I just won't enjoy it. But that was one where I was just like, this one's probably not.
I haven't
for
seen
me.
that in a very long time. I don't even remember.
So it starts off by like this dude. He like starts slicing into like a dude on the table and then like pouring like salt and shit in it
Mm-hmm.
to like make his pain go through the roof. Cause
Yeah.
I guess it's like
Yeah, they collect like
they
this
collect brain
secretion
fluid or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that like that's all I know. I know it's in the synopsis about how it's like brain fluid collector. But fuck, dude, what a movie!
I am very glad that we watched that
I'm very
for a
glad we
different
watched
reason
that
than I'm
too.
glad we watched the last one.
Yeah, so man, I wish we would have sat around and looked at reviews of the Daddy.
That one I'm sure has better reviews.
I'm sure it does, but you know what I'll always love about that movie is what time period do you think that's set in? Like the 50s, some shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Don't come talking that trash around this church." When he's talking about like
Oh yeah.
the fucking bastard child, it's like, "Don't talk that trash in my church. That's the Lord who."
Oh god, I just remembered his fucking voice in that movie. Oh my god. What is that movie even called?
The devil all the time.
All the time?
Apparently, it really was all the time. We gotta watch Place Beyond the Pines, right? Because
Bars.
I said that movie was super similar
To Devil of All Time?
to Devil All the Time. Yeah, I feel like that was definitely the blueprint. Like in the way that the story structure is, not necessarily in the way, like in the themes of like Daddy and Crucifixion Dog. You know,
Yeah.
there's definitely a lack of Crucifixion Dog in Place Beyond the Pines. Which is a travesty, if you ask me. But
True.
more Crucifixion Dog, and you know what?